Hello and welcome to Threefold Herbal Healing. I'm Herbalist Leo, and today is the first video in a series of 4 videos about sleep. So I feel that if you are struggling with sleep and you want to really understand what makes a good night's sleep and how you can support it, you can benefit from this video. So let's dive right in. The saying, as above, so below, as within, so without, is attributed to Hermes Trismegistus. He was the inspiration or the father of alchemy and Western traditional herbalism. And one of the ways this saying manifests itself is in the way our inner clock beats with the rhymes of nature. The seasonal cycles of nature, but also the daily rhymes of nature. The circadian cycle is the internal clock that ticks with the sunrise and sunset, the day and night. Your inner circadian clock regulates many biological functions in your body, including sleep and awake time, core body temperature, immune system function, hormone production and release, metabolism, cognitive function, and the body's reaction to stress. It reminds us that we are not solitary beings floating in a meaningless space, but rather a wheel in the cosmic clock. Michael Anda, in his epic book Momo, and if you didn't read Momo, you want to go ahead and look for the book, writes, "Time is life itself, and life resides in the human heart." Traditionally, or for centuries, night was the time that humans just went to sleep. When the sun went down, when the sun was setting, humans went to sleep, and when the sun rose up in the east, humans woke up. But sleep has become a scarce commodity. Sleep is not a priority in a culture that values being busy. We are busy at work, our children are busy at school and in after-school activities. We are busy in front of the TV. We are busy in our mobile devices. We don't have time to sleep because we are busy, busy, busy. Add to that the sheer amount of stress that is part of modern life, which can lead to sleep disturbances, and you get a sleep-deprived society. An average adult needs to sleep between 7 and 8 hours every night in order to regenerate. When you consistently don't get those 7 to 9 hours of sleep, you go into sleep debt. And like the bank, your body will ask you to cash out on your debt. So what really makes a good night's sleep, a one that you wake up in the morning and feel regenerated and refreshed? Well, the sleep cycle is regulated by the circadian cycle, like I said. In the morning, there is a spike of cortisol in your brain that wakes you up. But as the day goes on, the cortisol levels slowly decrease. In the evening, while the cortisol level decrease, the melatonin level increase. So they play like a seesaw game. There are 2 types of sleep, and there are 4 stages to sleep. REM sleep and non-REM sleep are the types of sleep. Non-REM sleep is divided to 3 stages that very creatively are called stage number 1, number 2, and number 3. Altogether, they create 4 stages of sleep. REM sleep, non-REM sleep number 1, non-REM sleep number 2, and non-REM sleep number 3. We recycle through those 4 stages 6 times every night, about 6 times, And each one lasts about 90 minutes. So do the math. So let's talk a little bit about what REM sleep is all about. REM sleep is called REM because there are rapid eye movement under the eyelid. So if you look at a person that is sleeping in REM sleep, you will see his eye movement under the eyelids. In this stage, we dream most of our dreams. And during this stage, the body goes through a temporary paralysis with the idea that you don't act on your dreams. Because if you dream yet you're Superman, you don't want to try and fly off the roof of a building. So your body is paralyzed, but your brain is having the same level of activity as if you were awake. So there is this paradox between paralyzed body and very active brain. It accounts for REM sleep is about 25% of your sleep time, although babies spend most of their sleep time in REM stage. REM sleep is vital for your cognitive function because this is the time that you consolidate memories of what you learned during the day. It helps transfer information from short range memory to long-term memory. It's kind of like taking all the folders on your desk and filing them in an order in the cabinet. REM sleep is also very important for your emotional regulation because at this time, you kind of go over all the feelings that you experienced the day before and process them. And that allows you to get up the next morning and feel less drama about what happens in the previous day, more regulated. It's also important for your physical health because while you're in REM sleep, there is neuroplasticity in your brain. Neuroplasticity is the ability of your brain to adapt to new things, to reorganize, and to build new neuron pathways. So that means that you can learn new skills or recover from brain injury. REM sleep is also important for your hormones because at that time it regulates some of the hormones in your body, like cortisol, the stress hormone, and hormones that has to do with metabolism, like leptin and ghrelin. So that was REM sleep. Let's hop to non-REM sleep. Non-REM sleep, like I said, is divided to 3 stages, 1, 2, and 3. Stage 1 is about dozing off. In this stage, the heartbeat slows down, eye movement kind of slows and relax. Brain waves are more mellow, the breathing slow and become deeper. Everything is like slowing down and motor movement diminish. Stage 2 is when your breathing, heartbeat, and motor movement continue to lessen, but you have bursts of rapid activity in the brain that maintain you asleep and assist in memory consolidation. You spend about half of your sleeping time in this stage 2 non-REM sleep. Non-REM sleep stage 3 is what we call deep sleep. It's sometimes known as slow wave sleep or delta wave sleep, and it is the stage where your body regeneration is at its peak. So let's talk a little bit about the benefit of non-REM sleep. Non-REM sleep is very important for physical restoration. During your day-to-day function, some of your tissue get, wear and tear of regular use. And this is the time where your body can repair muscle and tissue. This is important. This is also the time when your body builds connective tissue. it's also the time that a lot of immune cells are produced. So it's a very important time of physical restoration. It's also a very important time for cognitive function, because this is the time that we consolidate memories that has to do with retaining information and facts. During this time, the lymphatic system clears metabolic waste. When you clear metabolic waste from your brain, it means that you can more effectively use your brain. This is why non-REM sleep is so important to focus and memory. Every time I'm thinking about non-REM sleep, I'm thinking about myself as a young student and the way I used to push through overnighters before important tests. And now that I understand how important REM sleep is for focusing and for retaining information, I'm like, oh my God, what a stupid mistake. So if you have a student at home or you yourself are a student, I highly recommend before something important, if you want to retain information, get a good night's sleep. Non-REM sleep is also important for metabolism, as this time of sleep, this stage is you regulate hormones that has to do with stress, metabolism, appetite, satiation, and insulin, glucose metabolism. So people that don't get enough non-REM sleep tend to gain weight and to be insulin resistant. Sleep quality is as important as the number of hours that you sleep. If you don't get through all the stages of sleep, there is a good chance that you don't enjoy or you don't gain all the benefits that we just talked about. And it could be because you have sleep disturbances, or you have sleep apnea, or there is any type of stress that prevent you to sleep well. You really want to take care of your sleep so you don't develop brain inflammation, because if your brain doesn't do the cleanup, the lymphatic system doesn't work, the immune system is not regulated, the metabolism is not regulated, everything will lead at the end to inflammation. So you really want to support a good night's sleep. Here are some tips for you to help you support a good night's sleep. So you want to get into bed at the same time or about the same time every night and wake up at about the same time, because your body anticipates your behavior and respond to that. You want to create an environment that supports sleep. So a cool, dark, quiet room supports sleep. You want to support artificial light or blue light 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. So if you have a TV in your bedroom, I suggest you move it out of the bedroom and avoid electronics before bed. Avoid stimulants such as caffeine and nicotine close to bedtime. I suggest to all my clients that they do that after 12 o'clock noontime. And for some of them, I actually urge them to ditch all stimulants, because for some people, that can really compromise their sleep. You can try practicing mindfulness or meditation or deep breathing exercises before your bedtime. Now, sleep is just one part of a healthy lifestyle. And it's important to, when you work on sleep, to work also on your exercise, on your diet, on, stress, your emotional support, being part of the community, like as part of a complete care plan. So that's kind of important too when you want to support your sleep. If sleep is a challenge, I invite you to join my program, Stress, the Gut, and the Immune System, where I share tips and hacks for getting a good night's sleep, but I also talk about herbal support for good night's sleep because I believe it's a crucial part of any care plan. So that's it for today. And next week, I know that we are going to talk about the circadian cycle and the role of melatonin in sleep. I hope to see you there. Have a good week.